Hello everyone, Paul Rogers here. Today is January the 13th, 2018, and we are going to look at some charts, talk about the market, talk about what's going on with the broker Kraken. Let's start out with some charts. Bitcoin to US dollar did have a nice bounce on this S2 line that we drew. This is the S1 or support 1. This is S2 or support 2. And so support 2 is a place where you see a lot of tails. And what I see are shadows. This is the tail or the shadow of a Japanese candlestick. So it goes, touches, shoots right back up, touches, shoots back up, touches, shoots up, touches, shoots up. So every time we hit this S2, there's really good support. So I expect Bitcoin to head higher. It will eventually. But a really good place to buy in is this S2 support. And that's kind of what I've been recommending to people, is to try to buy in on this S2 support. If it does break through, I think 11,700 would also be a very good place to buy in. I don't think that's going to happen, but you never know. I mean, this is crypto, so there's news that comes out. There could be a major headline that could bring the price all the way down to 1170. But if you can, I would say 13,400, 13,500 would be a good spot to try to get an S2. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum's currently this second at all-time highs. We're getting very close to 14,000, 1,400. Maybe I'm speaking about next year, 14,000, $1,400. Now, I expect Ethereum to continue. I've been saying Ethereum's on its journey to $1,500, and I believe it's going to continue its journey to $1,500. And at 1,500, I think it's going to take a little bit of a break. I could be wrong, but I think it's going to consolidate somewhat and bounce around between maybe anywhere from 1,300 to 1,600 or so, in that range, kind of bounce around before it makes its push higher to 2,000. So Ethereum is still a good buy right now. And I think it's a very safe place to put your money. I have most of my holdings right now just sitting in Ethereum because it's like my safe haven. Dash has been pretty decent. It's been, there's a clear, probably draw a line here. There's something going on right around here. Something like that. I think if Dash heads at $1,000, that's a definite buy. We were looking for 900. 900 was hit here at the end of December, but didn't quite get back to 900 in January. So I don't think Dash is a bad buy at all, and I think Dash could be the next cryptocurrency to kind of take off after Ethereum has its run. So it's consolidated right now. It's in a period of consolidation, and that's usually the best time to buy something. If you have an asset that's appreciating rapidly like Ethereum, once Ethereum calms down a little bit, you can put your money into something like Dash. Now let's talk about what's going on with Kraken. Now Kraken's been down for the last 3 days. They've had a nightmare of a time upgrading their servers, I believe, or doing some maintenance or something to make Kraken work better. I've noticed that with Kraken, a lot of times you get this page like unavailable or some kind of an error, and you have to refresh the page all the time, and it's just Kraken doesn't work as smoothly as it should. It's my most trusted broker, though. If I have to put my money in any broker in the world, I will choose Kraken. Gemini is also a very good place too. Gemini and Kraken, I'd say, are number 1 and number 2. I prefer Kraken, though. The last 3 days, though, Kraken has had a heck of a time with its scheduled maintenance, or whatever you want to call it. It's basically been down for 3 days, and it was supposedly supposed to, I think, be like 3 or 4 hours. It turned into 3 days. So what they're going to do is they're pretty much back online. I think they're going to allow withdrawals and things like that. I think in like within 24 hours. So right now it's working, sort of. You log in, it's sort of working, but you can't make withdrawals. You can make deposits in fiat, though. I think there's a two extra day processing time or something like that. So they should be working to full capacity by tomorrow. What else? To say sorry for the downtime. They're going to give everyone No trading fees whatsoever in all month. So January is free trading on Kraken. So I think that was a nice gesture of them. They know it frustrated a lot of people. I fortunately had my money in Ether in Kraken. I had some EOS too, and that was really good. EOS has done amazing. I should make a video just on how well EOS has done the last 3 or 4 days. But I had my money in EOS and Ethereum on Kraken, and both of them have done quite well during this downtime. So it hasn't negatively affected me very much, but there were times where I wanted to pull some money out, and like as an example, I wanted to invest in covesting.io, which is something I was taking a look at, and I made a video about yesterday. And I wanted to put some money into Ether Delta, and it wasn't able to because Kraken was down. So I had to pull money from something else, liquidate some other things in order to participate and buy a little co-vesting. Well, before it hits major exchanges, Ether Delta is nice because not a lot of people aren't comfortable using it, which means that I can get a good price there. And I'm pretty sure when co-vesting does go onto a major exchange, it's going to be a smash. If these guys are legit, the project, what their mission is solid. It is solid mission for covesting.io. The question is, how can this team execute? They're doing this closed source, so you can't go on GitHub and see what they're doing. It's closed source, which puts them in a marketing advantage because no one can copy what they're doing. They can copy the concept, but they can't actually steal code from them. But from an investor's perspective, it's making us put more faith in them than normally I'm comfortable doing. Now, I'm still buying some co-vesting because I do believe the team is legit and they're going to make this thing happen. But that's just kind of a disclaimer that you should think about before you invest in anything, especially something that is closed source. You can't just go to GitHub and see what they're doing. You know what I mean? You really have to do your due diligence with crypto stuff. Any kind of crypto investing, always assume it's a scam first and then work from there. That's the best way to assume anything. Anyhow, Paul Rogers, it's Saturday. I'm going to go enjoy the day. So Paul Rogers out for now, guys.